Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. At kung bago ka sa channel na to, I am Za and this is Za Canada. Today we have a new topic and it's all about my own experience when it comes to TCF. Diba? So nakapag French exam na ako and yun ang pag-usapan natin sa video na to. Panoorin hanggang dulo. So if you're planning to take the TCF exam for Canada, this video is definitely for you because today, ito yung pag-uusapan natin. Ito yung personal experience ko when I took the TCF exam in March 7. Okay? So marami talagang bagay-bagay na na-surprise ako during the exam because in the first place, it's not our language. Wala naman nagfe-French sa Pilipinas, di ba? But then again, it's really a very fun experience kasi nga, ayun, first time ko mag-French. First time kong kumausap or i-test yung yung capability ko sa language na hindi naman talaga natin ginagamit sa Pilipinas. Unless may afam ka na French, 'di ba? Or unless siguro kung yung boss mo or kung boss mo sa Pilipinas is nagpe-French, so probably na naka-experience kayo dyan na mag-French dyan sa Pilipinas. Pero kung hindi pa, panoorin nyo tong video na to hanggang dulo para malaman nyo kung ano nga ba dapat talaga ang dapat paghandaan natin kung mag-TCF exam tayo. So, we are going to discuss about the listening exam first. So, when it comes to listening exam, ito yung somehow pinaka-challenging para sa akin kasi naturally, French speakers, sobrang bilis nilang magsalita. Okay? Kapag, in the listening exam, you can only hear the audio once. Hindi siya nauulit. Well, same goes with IELTS and TCF naman, di ba? Kumbaga isang beses lang ipe-play yung yung audio recording and then sasagutan mo na or at the same time sasagutan mo yung exercises doon. But the thing is dito when you listen into it, syempre hindi naman sanay yung tenga natin na makarinig ng French. Sa Pilipinas, we always listen to a lot of English movies and most of our signages naman sa Pilipinas is in English. Kaya medyo familiar tayo sa topic. But here, French. Okay? And some of the words na binabanggit nila is hindi masyadong marinig. Hindi super clear. Kumbaga, there are words that have the same sound but they have different meaning. And yun na yung natutunan ko when it comes to that TCF exam. You have to learn how to train your ears to separate words from each other because in real spoken French, the words are connected together. May tinatawag nga silang liaison, di ba? Yung liaison na tinatawag nila. Na lahat yun magkakakonekta, pero iba't iba ang meaning. For example, pag sinabi nilang je suis, which mean I am, minsan sinasabi lang nila yung suis. Hindi nila binabanggit yung bawat isa-isang sabihin nating syllable sa bawat isang word. Kumbaga, didikit-dikit nila. So, if you're not used to that, kapag hindi na-train yung ears mo sa ganyang pagsasalita ng conversation, then hindi mo na malalaman kung ano yung gist nung sinasabi. Especially towards the end of the listening exam. Kasi dun sa end ng listening exam is you have to listen to a radio, probably a radio announcement or an interesting topic about the environment, or sometimes meron silang pinag-uusapan na famous celebrity. Yan. So normally ganyan yung mga topic kasi pahirap na pahirap yung level niya. So in short, from 1 to 10, let's say for example, you just have to learn kung ano yung sinabi or kung ano yung inutos, tapos nag-i-increase yung difficulty level niya. So in short, in order for you to train your ears, make sure to listen to a lot of French podcasts, French news, and native speakers talking fast. So as much as possible, try to listen to a lot of movies in French or radio in French. So sa reading naman, so reading exam experience, actually, somehow this is the easiest portion ng exam. Hindi kagaya ng IELTS or TCF na mas mahirap siguro ang reading exam ng IELTS and TCF kasi there are a lot of tasks that you need to accomplish. Kasi 'di ba, if you can remember, for IELTS and TCF exam, sa reading comprehension nila, meron silang tinatawag na you have to match the title of a certain paragraph to a certain title nga. Dito wala. So all you have to do is read the whole paragraph and probably i-answer nyo lang or sasagutan nyo lang kung halimbawa, sasagutan nyo lang ano ang sinabi ni ano ang sinabi niya, or what is the purpose of this particular article. Parang kailangan mo lang malaman ang bawat vocabulary. And by the way, this particular exam is for an hour. So and there's only 39 questions. So imagine if you have so much vocabulary in French, mas mapapadali ka nang mag-answer ng reading comprehension. All you have to do is widen your vocabulary. You don't have to do anything else. Just read a lot of advertisement articles, email, announcement, and informational text in French para malaman mo para mag-widen yung vocabulary mo. Just like in English. If you have a lot of vocabulary in English, you'll be able to eventually answer yung reading comprehension niya. Pero syempre, pag onti yung vocabulary mo, magiging limited din yung pag-iintindi mo. Kasi nga, again, it's yung difficulty level ng reading comprehension, pahirap ng pahirap. Palalim ng palalim yung words in French na ginagamit nila. So, pero compared to listening, this is the easiest because you can reread the question, you can analyze the text, and search for keywords. Normally, parang may binibigay na sila na answer or na sagot dun sa tanong. You just have to read the answer first, or you have to read the question first and then find the answer dun sa text. Kumbaga, pwede mo siyang balikan. Okay? And next one is the writing. The writing exam is manageable. There are 3 parts of the exam. Dun sa 3 parts na exam, the first one is you have to write to a friend. The second one is you have to write a blog na sinasabi na it's a scenario. It really depends upon the scenario that you're being given. Pero blog to, kumbaga your personal experience on a certain topic. For example, on a certain concert, on a certain music. And yung third task is you have to compare two opposing topics, like document 1 and document 2. Ano yung pagkakaiba nila and what is your thought about that? And since medyo nakapag-practice naman ako sa previous teacher ko, medyo na-accomplish ko naman siya. ng medyo maayos. I'm not sure, I will not, again, this is just my personal experience when it comes to the TCF exam. Okay? So, you have to make sure that structure yung sentences, use connectors, and check grammar if you still have time. And lastly is the speaking exam. So again, this is the most nerve-wracking experience for me. Again, I don't talk in French. Wala namang nagpe-French again sa Pilipinas. Wala akong ever since nakausap na Pranses sa Pilipinas or kahit dito pa sa Canada. Ever since. I read signages kasi normally since na English and French nga yung official language ng Canada, most of their signages may may translation lagi ng French. Doon ko lang nagagawa. But when it comes to speaking, no. Bonjour, maybe. Ayan. But if you are already there in front of the examiner, your mind goes blank. At ganyan na nangyari sa akin. Okay? Minsan, there are moments I ask myself, did I say things correctly? Did I use the correct grammar? Ano ba? Kasi mahirap yung pronunciation nila eh. Parang, for example, may mga words na dapat, especially sa letter O nila, sa letter O, U, O, ang dami nilang variation. For example, pag sinabi mo yung number 2 and number 12, yung do's at do's, yan. Yung mga ganyan. And I'm not sure if I said it correctly in this video as well. Yung mga magagaling mag-French dyan, paki-correct ako. So again, so there are a lot of variation when it comes to pronunciations of French. And when you are already there at the speaking exam, you would suddenly ask yourself, and if you're already in that point na kapag nagda-doubt ka na kung ano yung sasabihin mo, then your mind will suddenly go blank. And that is something that happened to me. Okay? And the speaking exam, by the way, the speaking exam consists of asking for information, role play conversation, and expressing opinions. Okay? And what I can advise to those people na magte-take na exam, and an advice for myself as well because I'm planning to retake the exam, you have to communicate clearly. We have to communicate clearly, speak confidently, and organize your thoughts. And mag-pray na hindi kabahan. Kasi the more nakakabahan, the more na hindi makakasagot sa exam. Okay? So again, I'm planning to that's only my thoughts about the TCF exam. Hindi siya imposible. Again, I managed to get CLB 5 for everything except for speaking. Okay, except for nasa medyo intermediate level na yung ibang ibang skill ko except for speaking. Kasi nga, kinabahan ng lola nyo. Okay? Kinabahan ng bonggang-bongga. Ayun. Kaya, ito ipopost ko sa dulo ng video na to kung ano yung nakuha ko sa TCF exam ko. The reason why I'm taking the TCF exam, of course, for the French category draw dito sa express entry, and at the same time para makakuha ng ibang opportunities pa dito sa Canada. Final thoughts. Again, sa listening, challenging lang siya. Pero kayang-kaya pag na-familiarize mo na yung self mo. Kasi nga, most of the questions, just so you know, the listening and reading are just multiple questions. Hindi kagaya ng TCF or IELTS na kailangan mo talagang i-type or yung spelling. Or kailangan mo talagang sundan kung ano yung sinasabi. Kung ano yung sinasabi ng recording. But here, multiple choice lang lahat talaga sila. Yung listening and reading comprehension. just choose your answers from A to D. Pwede kang manghula. Kung magaling ka manghula, ayan, siguro makaka C1 ka or C2. So anyway, syempre, mas maganda pa rin mag-prepare and maghanda sa exam. Okay? Speaking, when it comes to speaking, or let's just do writing first. Writing is very doable. All you have to do is know the structure and make sure na you know the tenses, and syempre yung mga connector logic, yung mga logic, ang tawag sa Pilipinas, sa English is logical connectors, or tama ba? Yung mga otherwise, therefore, syempre in French, di ba? Ano pa ba? Therefore, although, even though, ayan, saka yung mga comparison, for example, as much as, tant que, but again, these are all in French. Probably if nakuha ko na yung CLB7, I can provide learning materials, but for now, yung experience ko muna when I took the exam. Okay? Again, preparation. Oh, speaking, don't forget to pray first. Okay? Na wag kakabahan. Kasi as soon as you start panicking, then mawawala na talaga lahat ng pinag-aaralan nyo. Okay? And then gather vocabulary that you'll be able to use in expressing your thoughts or asking for questions. Kasi normally, questions lang naman eh. Questions lang talaga siya in French. Kung tutuusin, kung I'm the type of person who actually knows a lot of vocabulary and really knows how to express myself in French already, sa tingin ko, mas madali siya kesa sa TCF or IELTS. Mas mahirap ang TCF and IELTS para sa akin. Okay? Again, start preparing early. I've been preparing, or I have been learning French for more than a year. In fairness naman, I am proud of myself kasi hindi naman, actually, I started formally learning French in April of last year lang when I signed up for a tutor. Pero, since na less than a year siya, tas na-accomplish ko yung, kahit pa paano yung CLB5, proud pa rin ako kasi there are people who's actually been learning this language for a few years and hindi pa siya nakuha. So, ayun. Masaya pa din ako. Kahit hindi ko na-achieve talaga yung score na gusto ko. Okay? So, if you have any questions about the TCF exam, comment below. Okay? And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, that should be it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, at laging tatandaan, hindi kailangan maraming pera, basta may peace of mind. Bye-bye.